Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and I hope everybody's off to a fantastic start. I am off to a fantastic start, and so I want to come on this morning, give you a few words of encouragement for the day from the Chronicles of Crete. But it's Tuesday, and my phone is just buzzing. When I wonder if your phone's like mine. It's like I put it on charger. It has a real strong charge when I wake up, and as soon as I turn it on, it's like do, and you get all these messages. Good morning, Karina. Hey, this is my country hat, girl. I bought this hat and I have worn it. I'm feeling country today, feeling who I am today. So thank you. But I just wanted to come on and give everybody some words of encouragement, because really we need it. And there's not a day that goes by that you don't. And at night I'm thinking, okay, what are we going to do tomorrow? What are we going to talk about tomorrow? Hey, tomorrow will always take care of itself. It always has. It always will. Good morning. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to play with y'all this morning. Rookie Suki now. Yeah, I'm country though. Hey, it's who I am. I'm just wearing this hat today. Thank you, Miss Perry. But today I just wanted to give you a few words of encouragement for the day. As I said, we all need encouragement, and we need it all the time. You know, when our kids were growing up, we were always, encouraging them to be the best that they could be, saying they could do this, saying they could do that. It wasn't anything that was impossible for them to do, and we always told them, to go do it, go do it, go do it. And so, good morning, Miss Ivy. Good morning, Susan. And so today is just another day of starting out with, words of encouragement to get you through the day. And so our topic for today is just pick your heart. Pick your heart. We've always been, around people who have said, and then we ourselves have said, this is hard. This is hard. This is too hard for me. That's too hard. That's too hard. Well, what's hard? What's hard? And when I thought about that, I said, when we, like right now as adults, the age that you are, the age that I am, when we think of something being hard, we think of it as, something that doesn't bring us joy. We think of it as something that's too difficult for us to do. We think of things being, optional for us, because if it's too hard, we're not going to do it. If it requires us to do too much that's outside of our comfort zone, we're not going to do it. Sometimes with kids, they just say, oh, it's too hard. That's hard. That's hard. I'm not doing it. But what we mean when we say hard is that requires way too much effort, and I'm not able to do it. That requires way too much effort, and I'm not able to do it. When something requires a whole lot of effort or endurance, and immediately we detect that we can't do it, we go and do something else a lot of times. But you have to pick your heart. And the reason why I say pick your heart is because when we get involved in whatever it is we're involved in, and your something might be your career, your chosen path of work, whatever it is, we're going to encounter hard. We're going to encounter hard. You just have to pick yours. So to me, it's hard to get up early in the morning. It's hard to go work on a job that I really particularly don't like. It's hard to exchange my time for a little bit of money. It's hard to take that little bit of money after FICA has gotten through, and all the other people have collected their portion of it. And then whatever's left, you need to pay all your bills and give to charity and do all this. That's hard. You've got to figure out your heart. It's only hard when it is only hard when we make it hard. But when we encounter things that are difficult, or that we deem as hard, we've got to figure out, okay, so what do I do now? Well, yeah, it's hard, and I need to pull up some, extra endurance from way deep down inside. But what do? You have to pick your heart. So is it going to be, oh, it's hard because you go and you make a fortune for somebody else while they're stretched out on the beaches of the world, and you're working like a borrowed slave to make their dreams come true? Or are you going to be working hard and exerting a great amount of endurance, because that's what it takes to make your own dreams come true, to be your own boss? One of the questions that I asked last Saturday was, who here is ready to fire their boss? Every hand goes up every time that question is asked. I'm not job bashing, But I'm just saying, how hard is it to decide that, you know what, this isn't something I want to do from now on. I need to do something else, even though it's going to be hard. So when you have a family to feed, and those people are depending on you, you have to be able to pick your heart real quick. You can't be out here playing around trying to figure out what it is you're going to do, because those people are depending on you. So you have to pick what's hard. To me, it's hard to decide on, do I want collard greens or do I want turnip and mustard greens mixed together? That's a big deal for Cree. And it's a big deal for me because I like them all. I like them all, but it's still a hard decision. Because if I just get turnips and mustards, I'll be the only one eating them. If I get collards, I gotta make sure I get enough, because somebody else is gonna eat more than me. Okay? Pick your heart. In our lives, we have to pick our heart. Either you're gonna go work for somebody else, hopefully find a job you like in your chosen field, and you're gonna live happily ever after. If that's not your story, you're going to go find your niche. You're going to get in it. You're going to walk in your passion, find out what your purpose is, and you're going to walk in that. That's hard. Because, see, we've been trained. We've been trained to go to school and learn something and get good at it so that we can join the workforce and compete with other people. That's what we were trained to do when we went to college. Some people were trained in English. Some people were trained in math. Some people were trained in science. You had to pick what you wanted to do. And you got trained in it for 4 years, sometimes 5. If you played too much, it was 6. They did. So you had to be trained to do what you do. You had to be trained. That was hard. If not, think back on those college days. Maybe your days weren't hard, but I saw some hard days. Michelle said working 40 hours a week, 40 years and retiring broke is hard. It is not a good strategy. No, it's not. And then not only that, you'll be trying to live off 40% of the money you've made. It's not a good strategy. And I don't want that to be my story, because I meet people like that. I meet people who, for whatever reason, have, waited late in life to start living. I don't know what happened with them. I don't know what they were doing before, but they have waited until late in life to start living. Well, now you have a whole lot of stuff to do, and you need to pick your heart real fast when you do that. But that's not a good strategy. It takes an attitude adjustment to handle the heart, like we adjust everything else we want to do. It's a matter of perspective. So even though it's hard, make the adjustment. You do, and it is all about making the adjustment. I like that. It's all about making the adjustment. You have to. I don't get to say, well, today, I think I'm only going to work on just one thing. I mean, to a certain degree I do. And I break the task down into, big tasks down into smaller tasks so I can get the stuff accomplished. But in a large sense, I have to know real quick, okay, this is the focus for today. It's going to be tough. So how do I want to handle it? And the adjustment has to be made quick. There's no downtime. When you decide that 40-hour work week isn't I'm guilty, Robert. I understand. I do. I understand. That 40-hour week, maybe that's not what you need to be doing. Some people, for the people who are teachers, and I think I speak for them all, back in the day, when people were learning to be teachers and you were in school and doing your supervised teaching and your student teaching was at the school and you had your mentor. See, teaching was fun back in those days. It was. No SOLs, no DOLs, no get all that student work up, and your work for your students is out of date, and profiles and portfolios. We just taught school and children learned. But things changed. And people had to adjust real quick if they wanted to stay. There were some teachers who didn't make the cut because they couldn't make the adjustment, because a lot goes on in the classroom. A lot goes on before you even get there. So people have to choose their heart. Some people decided it was too hard. It's too much effort. Got to do too much. Yeah, I know I got a family to feed and they depended on me, but I can't do it this way. So they chose a different career path. Pick your heart. See, to me, it's hard. The greater the hard, the greater the reward. You need to get that on a shirt. You need to contact Gwen. I like that. No harassing emails. Girl, please don't be trying to send me no harassing emails because I ain't going to even be able to read it all because by the time I get to paragraph 2, I'm already knocking on your door requesting a meeting. Don't play. You're right. But that's what I'm saying. We have to pick our heart. I am so grateful for my journey. And I really wish I had the time to journal and detail what a typical day looks like for me because each day is different, but I'm doing the same things. This is what's hard to me, but I love it. That's why I can pop up every morning, meet you here, and get my day started because I love what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. I love it. I do. I do. Tired though. Tired is one of the consequences, but who cares? You nap and you hustle. You nap and you hustle. And you pray. But not in that order. You pray, then you nap, then you hustle. And you repeat that until everything you set out to do has been accomplished. Because it is hard. But you have to pick your heart. So on today, you need to pick your heart. Sit down and figure it out. Pick your heart. See, when I worked on a job, my lunchtime was always like a working lunch. I ran in, I was checking emails. You don't give it 30 minutes. And if you got to walk your class to the cafeteria for lunch, you might get 20. Real talk, you might get 20. Thank you, Michelle. You might get 20 minutes for lunch. But now you need to check your emails. Hopefully you're not sick. Got to make a doctor's appointment. Need to pay some bills. Need to do this. See, by the time it's over with, you've just gulped your food down. It's trying to digest. You're trying to swallow it on your way back to the cafeteria. That's hard. That hustle and bustle is hard. Sitting in traffic, that's hard. Yesterday I needed to go somewhere early. And I wanted to get there early, which meant I had to get up out of here like early. And when I was on my way, I was looking at all the traffic. And I started thinking about how much time these people have spent sitting idly in their cars, just like you're just sitting there waiting to go. You're just sitting there waiting to go. And you do it on the way to work and you do it on the way back. And depending on how long the commute is, you add up all those minutes and all those hours and look at how much time in a week you've spent in your car on your way to work. Like, what do you do with that kind of time? Then you do it on the way back and it's like, man, I'm too hungry to wait until I get home and cook. That's hard. But the kids don't know. They don't care. They're just hungry and need you to get homework done. And laundry. That's hard. Pick your heart. That's not my chosen method of hard. I would much rather work like a dog for myself, pray, nap, and hustle, and then do that again, and do it again, and keep repeating that cycle until all my goals have been accomplished, rather than something else. Because that's my heart. That's my heart. That's the heart that I've chosen. So what heart have you chosen? Michelle, are you working for yourself full time now? That's what I was going to ask you. Thank you, Miss Diane. Good morning. Thank you so much. Michelle, are you working for yourself full time? I know Marion is, and there's some other people on here that just work for themselves. And again, those people could sit down and tell you, girl, no, this is hard. Girl, no, this is hard. Getting started is hard, but just get started. Just get started. I had a friend that graduated, got her license yesterday. She's a licensed cosmetologist. Her name is Miranda. That girl is a beast with makeup too. And so she graduated. And she passed her exam, so now she's a licensed cosmetologist. And she's like overwhelmed with where to start. I said, oh, hey, yeah, that's what that's like. You're sitting there like, okay, what do I need to do now? What should I do now? What about social media? And what about a webpage? And what about, and what's my tagline? And what about my DBA? And stuff is coming at you so fast until it can literally shut you down. And you'll feel like you need to be sitting up at a cigar bar somewhere trying to pull yourself together. Because you're overwhelmed. But you're overwhelmed in a good way because now you know you're going to be working in your own craft. And that's how she's feeling. That's her hard right now. But even though it's hard, it's rewarding and it's self-fulfilling. And it just helps you to know that, hey, you know what? I was able to choose my heart. This is it. I'm walking in it now. See, at first it was trying to get in school. And it goes in steps. The first thing to do was to make your mind up you were going to go. Second of all was to get admitted. Third, you had to finish it all. Then you had to be tested. Twice she did. So she picked her heart, embraced it, and now she's done. She's done. Michelle says, last night I thought about when you were a baby, your parents control what you eat. As a teen, your teacher, the school schedule controls when you eat. Oh, when you eat. As an adult, your boss tells you your lunchtime. I'm trying to see. When is enough enough? You're right. Those people do that too. Everybody's always telling you when to do what you do. Everybody. It's just what it is. We holler because I'm one of those people. I'm like, don't be trying to tell me. You know how we get grown. We say, I'm real grown. You don't be telling me what to do. Don't be telling me what to do. But people still do. They do. They do. Think I'm lying? Chase tells you what to do. They do. Ally Auto tells you what to do. Loan Depot tells you what to do. They tell you what to do on the first. Don't do it and see what happens. You don't want those consequences. So yes, people are always telling you what to do. Michelle says, yes, honey, I work for me now, not for them. My dreams are more important. That's great. And it is. Your dreams are more important because we don't want to die living an unfulfilled life. And I know Robert is doing some old bottling and stuff. Robert tried to be a low-key celebrity over here, but I'm going to get to meet him and see what he really doing and put my eyes on him looking like a black J.R. Ewing. Because I saw that picture the other day and I said, oh, he moving on up in the world. Don't nobody know what he doing, but he just, giving you just a little snippet of what's going on. And so I understand he got a few little modeling gigs going. But I ain't mad at you, Robert. You do your thing because I was thinking about doing my own photo shoot and seeing if I can't get somebody to hire me on as an over 40 model. I mean, I'm just saying, why not? Just live life. Why not? Why not? Okay, now from queen to cowgirl. Oh, Portia, stop. No, it's just that it's time for us to embrace who we are and be who we are and just live life. That's what that is. Just live life. Pick your heart and just live life. This is what I felt like today. Cowboy had brand new, had never worn. I was saving it for a special occasion. And I felt like the occasion had come today. That's it. Just country cowgirl is who I am. And so, again, when it comes to living our lives and picking our heart, we have to be able to do so and do so quickly, because when we look down through history, all of the people who accomplished great things didn't accomplish those great things without trials, without, things being difficult, obstacles in the way. Many times the odds were stacked against those people. And a whole lot of you on here now have had the odds stacked against you too, but you made it. You made it. You could be an actor, Tyler Perry, with her. I believe that. No, really, I can't. I think I could do it. I really do. I think I could really do it. I could be in a play. I think I could, Michelle. Thank you. I think I could do that. I think I could do it. But y'all, pick your heart today. Whatever it is, pick your heart. Pick whatever it is you're going to do and stick to it. I keep thinking about the question that was asked. It really wasn't a question, but the statement that was made to me was, I don't understand why young people don't just decide what they want to do and just do it early and don't deviate from it, especially if they really know that's what they want to do. And it is a good question. Why don't they do it? Why don't? This whole thing about being an employee is new. Everybody was entrepreneurs back in the day. They were. Do a history check. Everybody were entrepreneurs back in the day. This employee learned how to do one thing well. That's a new thing. That's new. Because we just go and we learn, this is how you work in IT and in information technology. These are the systems that are put in place, and they train you how to do that well. And then you go get a job over at DFW working in IT, or you go and get a job at a school working in IT, or you go get a job in any other company working in IT because you've been trained well to do it. That's an employee. That's an employee. But when you do this other stuff over here, this entrepreneurship, the word is everywhere. It floods our timelines. Everybody's doing something. Everybody's doing something. But I ain't mad at nobody. I think that song said, I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. I'm not. You know why? Because people are starting to wake up and realize that that 9 to 5 is not enough. It's not enough. That's a good table talk conversation. It's not enough. That 9 to 5 is just not enough. You can play T, my character from the play, Sister Rutabaga. Girl, I like T. I like them. I might take you up on that one day. I love the play, Mary, and I'm so proud of you. It was awesome. And I would love, now, I think Miss Rutabaga, your character, Miss Rutabaga, is a little more sassy. See, that's me. I can play that one real easy. Just be sassy. Good morning, Lyric. Thank you so much. Okay. For those of you that are just hopping on, today we're talking about picking your heart. And we're talking about how we just need to figure out what it is we want to do and do it. Just pick it. Pick it. Whatever you pick is going to be hard. Whether you choose that route of, just being an employee or the route of just working for yourself, whatever it is going to be hard. But pick one. Pick one. Sometimes we have to use that job, to help us transition into doing what we need to do. But it's okay if we have to do that. But that's why we have the job in the beginning, right? If we are aspiring to do something different, we need it to kind of, buffer what we have going on at home with as far as your bills and stuff go, so that you can make the transition. You'll know when to do it. You'll know when to do it. Portia says we made ourselves limited to one job. Not anymore. My eyes have been open. I didn't even know they were closed. She said eyes have been open and didn't even know they were closed. And you know what, Portia, it's a lot of people that way. But that's why you have to be careful with your circle of influence and who you allow in. You have to be so careful. I started hearing about sphere of influence from T.E. Anderson years ago. And she started talking to me about a sphere of influence. And I was like, what's that? She said, those are the people who are close to you, who you can call on for advice. Summing up what she said. So as we were talking about it, she told me more and more about the sphere of influence. And I never forgot it. Because your circle has to be filled with people who can take you higher if that's where you want to go. Now, if you don't want to go higher, just let everybody come in. Anybody can just come in and sit down, take up residence in your head too. Fill your head with all this stuff. Girl, you ain't got to do that. It's too hard. Just get a job like everybody else. Just do this. Don't worry about it. See those people? They don't even need to be in your head. They don't even need to be talking to you. Unless they trying to elevate. People don't want to hear that though. They don't. They don't want to hear it. But anyway, the world is going to continue to rotate, y'all, whether we're standing on top of it or stretched out under it. We just have to decide where we want to be. Now, if you think working that 40-hour job, 40-hour-a-week job, 40 years and retiring out 40% is hard, try being stretched out under the world, where everything is spinning and happening around you and it's all on top of you. Have you ever been like, as kids, we used to have, our beds were high in Maria's house and we could get under the bed and play. Have you ever just laid under there and realized that everything is on top of you, and if anybody were to get in the bed, that all of that weight would be on you? I couldn't do that long. I learned real quick that I'm claustrophobic. That doesn't work for me. So when you decide that you're about to choose your heart, I need you to remember that it is going to be hard. And you're going to need some endurance. And you're going to have some resiliency about yourself too. And you've got to get rid of that incongruent thinking that we have. We've been just like steeped in incongruence in our thinking. But we got to get rid of it because that's not who we are. We can't be standing on top of the world with incongruent thinking. We can't be standing on top of the world not knowing, well, I think this is what I want to do. I'm not sure. See, great leaders, they just know. They just know. Well, I knew at an early age I wanted to do this. I knew they just know. They just know. So when you just know, just go do it. Just go do it. Mary says it's okay to do what you love while experimenting with something that's just for fun. Acting can allow you to release stress. Acting can allow you to release stress in a good way. I believe that. But watching somebody act too in a good play can reduce stress, because that's what I experienced this past weekend. Cicely Malone. Amen. Always be mindful of those in your circle. Good morning, everyone. That's true. Always be mindful of those in your circle. Don't let just people creep in and take up residency where they aren't supposed to be. Okay? We want to meet each other at the top, y'all. That's where the 3% are. That's what we need to be. We don't want to be at the bottom where the 97% live. We don't. We don't want to eat the foods that they eat. We don't want to sound like them when we talk. And I'm going to talk about that one day too. I'm an English major, and it's like I see people on my timeline who are business owners with grammar and misspelled words that's so jacked up. I want to say, can you please take that post down and come join my class? Like, I'm going to do a special class just for people so that they can learn the difference between homonyms and homophones. Like, there, and there. It's like, what are we doing? But that's a whole nother topic, and I'll save that one for another day. Y'all know what I'm talking about, and you've seen it. So how can you, impress somebody and want somebody to come and work for you, and you can barely construct a sentence? I'm just asking a question. Like, no, you cannot. Somebody sent me a long message. It was so long, I had to speed read through it. And he was asking me to come join his company, and he couldn't even speak. I'm like, boo, leave me alone. Come join my English class. English 1. Not English 101, just 1. So I can help you, because we don't look the part when we do that. I'm just saying we don't. 2, 2, and 2. You're right. Artist says you have to not be afraid to take risk. I will lose it all to achieve it. You know what? You doggone right about that. You can't be scared. What's the worst thing that can happen? Start over. Start over. Start over. It's okay. That's the worst thing that can happen. But I want us to be mindful of that too. If we are working on ourselves and our personal development, then we'll catch those kind of things. But some of us do need to be mindful of things that we put in print, because we don't know who those people are that are looking, and that's offensive. Like, how dare you want me to come join your business and you can't even spell? Like, what you doing? The personal development you need to be listening to is a YouTube video on grammar, or going to take a class at TVCC or Dallas County Community College District. They got English classes all over. And that's just so that we look the part, y'all. Let's stop half doing it. Do it right. I'll be your grammar coach. Okay? Hey, I want everybody to have an amazing day. I want you to smile. A smile goes a long way. You never know what people are dealing with. People are dealing with their own private battles. They're just not discussing it with you. But they're dealing with it on the inside. And so when you smile, it goes a long way. You don't know what people are thinking. And your smile could just be the very thing to talk somebody off the edge. You don't know. Compliment somebody. Don't be scared to give a sister or a brother a compliment, and stop walking past each other and not speaking like you got it all together with your self-righteous self. Let's stop. Let's don't do that. I walk in places and I'm country. Where I'm from, everybody say hello. And I spoke to this one lady. I said, hey, my sister, how you doing? She said, and kept scrolling on her phone. And I wanted to say so bad, you so ugly. Not physically, but just the way you act. Let's get rid of them stank attitudes and make a difference in the life of somebody else. We have the power to do so. Today is Tuesday, and I want you to have a terrific Tuesday. I want you to remember that we're going to see everybody at the top, because the bottom is too crowded, and the only place we want to be stretched out on is the beaches of the world under those palm trees. And we're going to have Vin Diesel, and we're going to have Dwayne Johnson, and we're going to have these other people out there with those big old leaves, and they're going to be fanning us, and they're going to be, Dwayne is going to ask me, if I want another Mai Tai, and I'm going to just keep sending them back to get the Mai Tais. And I think that's how it's going to be when we get on the beaches of the world, all right? So everybody have a terrific Tuesday. 3-foot rule, if they are within 3 feet, speak. Oh, okay. I like that. 3-foot rule, if they're within 3 feet, speak. Jamaica, that's like old school country right there, but I like that. I like that. I like it. Everybody have a terrific Tuesday. And I'll see you back here tomorrow morning for more from the Chronicles of Cree. I will be uploading this one to YouTube. So if you haven't gone to my YouTube channel, look up Chronicles of Cree, Cree Perryman, and please subscribe. I'm getting my numbers up. I know I told y'all I'm moving over there. So one morning you're going to wake up and I won't be on Facebook Live anymore. It's coming soon. Soon. And I won't be on Facebook Live anymore. I'll be doing it all from YouTube. So I'm coming up in the world, choosing my heart. You do the same. Have a great day. Yes, Portia. If you have eye contact, you speak. All right. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.